gents, hello my 100% male audience. My name's Gazwell and this is my Going First Unchained deck profile. Going First Unchained just seems wrong to me, just because Unchained Soul of Disaster looks to be a better going second card because you link off of your opponent's monster. But a lot of people in the Unchained community is starting to play this as a Going First deck. If you want to join that Unchained community, I will leave a link in the description of this video to a Facebook group. A lot of great people in there. I know Barracks Bear is also in there, and he's one of the biggest content creators in the Unchained community alongside Distant Coder. But yeah, so this is my Going First build. No side deck in this video, just because I am still experimenting with that side deck. But if you would like to leave your thoughts on this deck profile in a description, please do. So going over the monsters, of course playing 3 Unchained Arua. A lot of you guys probably already know what the Unchained cards do. They float when they're destroyed. These are the twins, of course, and they own have their unique effects. Arua's unique effect is to target a card you control, destroy it to special summon itself from the hand. Next up, we got Unchained Twins Rakir. Of course, she floats too.
You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
And her unique effect is you can quick effect, target a card you can control and destroy it. Sorama's got quite a lot going on in all fairness. Again, it is a floater if destroyed by battle or card effects, and you can target one Unchained in your graveyard, set it to your field, this is any card, not just monsters, then destroy one other card on the field. So it has some really good synergy and combos in this deck. Next off, the Unchained Soul of Disaster, as I mentioned earlier. This is what you're going to use to link off of your opponent's monsters, or to make any of your other link monsters in this deck. It's the reason why this feels like a better deck when going second, but I suppose going first you do play a more trap heavy lineup, especially in this meta against drytrons and virtual worlds. You'll definitely want to go first against those matchups. So it does have another effect that when it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to special summon an Unchained monster from your graveyard rather from your deck. They also play 2 Abominable Unchained Soul. This one you special summon from your hand if a card you control is destroyed, and when it's special summoned you get to discard a card and non-target destruction a card on the field. So it's really good for getting rid of those non-target cards your opponent may have to destroy them, or for blowing up your own cards to swarm the board more effectively. If it's destroyed, you can also special summon itself back from the graveyard at the end of the turn, but it does get shuffled into the deck once you use this effect. Going off into the hand traps, and again I'm playing Dimension Shifter. Really love this card in this format. There's a lot of graveyard reliant decks, even though it kind of does hurt our own deck, especially if you do not want to banish the disaster. But I feel it's such a good hand trap, this format anyway, and it's something you can discard off the Abominable Unchained Soul if you open up multiple copies of. Other hand traps include Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, just a really good versatile hand trap, and 2 Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Again, a very graveyard reliant format. This does stop a lot of decks. You can also change this for DD Crow or Skullmeister if you prefer. Playing 3 of the Abomination's Prison, just to search any Unchained card. Also, if it's destroyed, it does float. The spells and traps also float if they're set and destroyed on the field. They're really good cards. So I got a new draw card in this deck, Pot of Prosperity. This is a very expensive card still, but I kind of just wanted to get ahead of the curve and buy this card. It does work in a lot of my decks that I do have. It's basically Pot of Duality on crack. And Extravagance mixed as well, kind of. You banish cards from your extra deck, 3 or 6, and excavate the top card. So this can really help you find certain Unchained cards or combo pieces that you need in this deck. So again, very expensive card. If this is something you cannot afford, definitely get Extravagance. I think they're kinda moderate price range, about 20 quid. I haven't really checked all that recently. If Extravagance is also out of your budget, I would recommend possibly playing Desires. But just be careful, you may want to bump up your copies of Unchained Soul of Disaster. So, into the trap lineup, and because this is the going first deck, there are a lot of traps in here. Playing Free Escape of the Unchained, you target one Unchained monster you control and one other card on the field, destroy them both, and of course it floats if it is set and destroyed on the field. 2 Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, you get a special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or graveyard, and floats when destroyed. Only playing 2 just because I am struggling with room in this deck. I suppose you can actually take out the Dimensional Shifter as well to make more room for more cards. I don't have... Well, I'll finish the trap lineup, then I'll talk about other cards you can play. Needle Sealing, great. It's like a Torrential Tribute, but you decide when it goes off, not when a monster is normal, special summoned, whatever. And it's really good against dinos. During the battle phase, you can activate this, wipe their whole board. Miscellaneous doesn't protect during the battle phase, and Unchained have a really hard matchup against dinos, so Needle Sealing does fix that. Also playing 2D Barrier. When I was doing the Extravaganza today, this card comes in clutch so much. Stops virtual worlds, can stop heroes, Phantom Knights. I do love this card. And even Drytron in a way, because you can stop them from ritual summoning. I believe, yeah, you can. So this is a really great trap card to main, in my opinion. Also playing Heavy Storm Dusters. My locals do have quite a few back row decks, and I do tend to build my decks for back row hate. You can probably side these if you go into, say, an online duel or Extravaganza, and you don't know what the meta is going to be there. If I had Ice Dragon's Prison, I'd definitely take these out for the Ice Dragon Prison, something I may look to pick up soon, and definitely play these in the side. But as I said, my locals have quite a lot of spell and trap decks, so I'd rather have these in my main. I've also got 2 trap tricks as well, just to help search any of the traps that I need for whatever situation I need, as I said. Going into the extra deck, as I said, I don't have a side deck. I do have some cards, which I can show either in the description or I'll throw it in this video. But anyway, into the extra deck, 2 Unchained Abomination. I may even cut this card, maybe put in some Super Poly targets instead, but I don't think Super Poly's all that great this format currently. But some of the more important link monsters are the Unchained Soul Anguish and Rage. You'll usually want to end up on a Unchained Soul of Rage, just because you can use itself and a monster your opponent controls to make some sort of link monster. And the one you usually will be making is Unicorn. Basically just spin back a card your opponent controls. Very nice. Okay, so into our one-offs, basically enders. We got Access Code Talker. Some really neat combos I'll go into a little bit more later on how you can bring this out. We've got 1 Underworld Goddess. This is something I'm kind of testing at the moment in the going first variant, but I may put the Jar Jar back in or pick up another Access Code Talker. Topologic Zeroboros and Trisbana. Trisbana for back row decks and Zeroboros because it can be pumped up because of cards like Pot of Prosperity. And if you're banishing a lot of cards just because of Dimension Shifter, you can bump this up even more. And then the 1 Dingirsu just to out Dragoon. Okay, so just a little bit of a combo tutorial as to how you can make Access Code Talker really easily in this graveyard. It does require some setup. You do need a Sarama either in your hand or on the field already, and you do need to have these 2 in your graveyard, something that you can very easily do in this deck. So what you'll do, you'll normal summon the Sarama, then use its effect to bring back the Disaster, set it to your field, blow up the Disaster, and use the Unchained Soul Disaster's effect to bring back Anguish. Say your opponent has a monster, you can use Anguish's effect to link off with it to make Access Code Talker. Otherwise, you just use both of these monsters to make the Access Code Talker. And you've got something you can banish off Access Code Talker to destroy a card on the field. So that was my Unchained's deck profile going first. As I said, I'll leave in the description some ideas for a side deck. Please let me know what you think of this deck in the comments below, and don't forget to leave this video a like, as it does help my channel. I'm also very close to 200 subscribers. I just need one of you to subscribe. 97% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, and I don't blame them. But I just need one person to help me get to 200, and that's another milestone for me, and I'll be very happy. But anyway, I'll be doing a get good at video soon with this deck because, as I said, I'm not a fan of the going first variant, but it is something I do want to try, hence making this video. So keep an eye out for that, and subscribe if you do want to see that. I'll also be uploading an Evil Twin deck profile shortly following this video, so keep an eye out for that as well. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.